Good morning, students of class 4. Today we will continue the lesson The Visit to the Mansion. Now what did we learn in the last class? In the last class we saw that Joe has gone to Laurie's house and she is visiting him there, and they are got into a conversation with each other. And the last thing that we studied was that they were discussing about books, and she had gone to his library, which was very beautiful. The library was very beautiful. Now let us see what happens next in our lesson. Let us go to the slideshow. What richness! Sighed Joe, sinking into a chair and gazing around her. Theodore Lawrence, you should be the happiest boy in the world. No one can live on books, said Laurie, shaking his head as he perched on a table. Just then a bell rang, and Joe flew up alarmed. It's your grandpa? What shall I do? Well, what if it is? You said you are not afraid of anything, remember? Said Laurie, laughing. But it was only the doctor who had come to check on Laurie. Would you mind if I left you for a minute? Laurie asked. So, when she saw the library, she saw it was so beautiful. It was so nice. It had so many books. It had so many other things, and it was very beautiful. So when she saw that, she exclaimed, what richness! So rich the library is, so beautiful it is. And then she told him, sinking into a chair. Okay, Joe was sinking into a chair. What is the meaning of sinking into a chair? Lowering herself into a chair. Okay, lowering herself into a chair. What did Joe say? After admiring and gazing everything around her, okay, what did she say? She told Theodore Lawrence, you must be the happiest boy in the world. So she loved reading. So as she saw that he has such a lovely library, she told him that you must be the happiest boy in the world. Then he told her, but no one can live on books. Okay, said Laurie, shaking his head as he perched on a table. Now what is the meaning of perched on a table? Perched meaning sat on a narrow surface. Okay, perched means to sit on a narrow surface. So what did Laurie tell her? Laurie told her that we cannot live on books. Just then, what happened? The bell rang. As the bell rang, what did Joe do? Joe jumped up. As the bell rang, Joe flew up alarmed. Okay, Joe flew up alarmed, meaning she jumped up. Okay, alarmed, flew up alarmed, stood up very fast. She jumped up alarmed. Okay, alarmed meaning like she got afraid that now who has come to the door. She said that, is it your grandpa? And what should I do now? Then Laurie said, but you told me you are not afraid of anyone. Now what happened? He was saying, laughing. Then what did Laurie do after that? It was just the doctor, okay, who had come to check up on Laurie. So he said that I am coming in a minute. So he left her, and let's see what happens next. He left her for a minute in the library. Now let's see what happens next. Joe shook her head and went off to look at a portrait of old Mr. Lawrence. She was still standing before the portrait when the door opened again. Joe did not turn as she said, I won't be afraid of your grandpa. He looks stern, but he has kind eyes and I like him. Thank you, ma'am, said a gruff voice behind her. And there's, to Joe's great dismay, stood old Mr. Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence is very amused and invites Joe to tea. There, as Joe and Laurie talk merrily, Mr. Lawrence realizes how lonely Laurie had been and decides to send him to the March's house occasionally. So, when Laurie told her that I will come back in a minute, okay, Laurie told her that I will come back in a minute. So, Joe shook her head, okay, fine, you go. And she was looking at a portrait. Now, what is a portrait? A big picture, okay, of whom? Of old Mr. Lawrence. She was looking at this portrait. Again, she felt, she heard that the door opened. She heard that again the door opened. But this time she was not afraid. She said, I am not going to be afraid. This time she was not afraid. She said that I won't be afraid of your grandpa. While looking at the portrait only, she said, I will not be afraid of your grandpa. Though he looks stern, okay, but he has kind eyes. So what is the meaning of stern, children? Stern means serious and strict. But she said he looks serious and strict, but he has kind eyes. Now she is looking at the portrait and saying this. And she does not care that for the second time that the door has opened. She has made herself understand that she will not be afraid. And she is saying this while looking at old Mr. Lawrence's portrait. While she is saying all this, from behind her, one gruff voice says, thank you, ma'am. What is the meaning of gruff voice? Gruff means a rough and a low voice, like a manly voice, okay. What does he say? Thank you, ma'am. Okay, a gruff voice behind her. And there, to Joe's great dismay, stood old Mr. Lawrence. What is the meaning of dismay? Dismay is a mix of alarm and shame when something unexpected happens. So, Joe turned around and she saw that Mr. Lawrence, old Mr. Lawrence is standing there. Okay, so Mr. Lawrence was very amused. He was very amused by her. He liked her. He was amused by her. And he invited Joe to tea. So, there was Joe and Laurie talking merrily. So, Joe and Laurie after that became friends. And they were talking very happily to each other. Merrily meaning happily. Mr. Lawrence realizes now that how alone Laurie is. How he feels. So alone. Okay. So Mr. Lawrence realizes that Laurie is very lonely. When he sees the friendship between Laurie and Joe, and he sees how happy Laurie is having the friendship with Joe, he realizes that his grandson Laurie is very lonely. So what does he do? He allows Laurie to go to the March's house occasionally and spend time with them and have a friendship with them. Okay. So students, I hope this much is clear to you. We wrap up the chapter here today. Okay. I hope the chapter is clear to you. You will read the chapter at home. Learn it nicely. Read it well. Let us go to the word meanings of today. Some difficult word meanings are given to you. You will write them in your English literature copy and learn the word meanings well. Number 1, sinking into a chair, lowering herself into a chair. Number 2, perched, sat on a narrow surface. Number 3, flew up, stood up very fast. Number 4, stern, serious and strict. Number 5, gruff, rough and low. Number 6, dismay, a mix of alarm and shame when something unexpected happens. So students, that's all for today. Okay, below my video the link is there. Click on the link, download it, read whatever I have taught you today, write and learn the word meanings. Okay, write it in your literature copy and learn it well. Thank you children. I will see you in the next class.